There's no maritime defense from the prez who makes no sense. Joe Biden celebrated Friendsgiving yesterday, serving food at a Coast Guard facility on Staten Island. He snacked on tasty morsels of food as girls just want to have fun blasted in the background. And then he said this.
I've just been told I've been fired. What they do when they tell us, they set a time, how long we're gonna be somewhere, and then what they do is they close all the roads. The Secret Service does. And if you want to lose all support for the Coast Guard and no one will ever vote for me again, I better get the hell out of here.
Don't ask me.
No, I'm gonna ask you. I actually asked to have this presented to me written down. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Did you read the transcript?
Okay. They set a time for how long we're going to be somewhere.
Okay.
And then what they do is close all the roads. The Secret Service does. And if you want to lose all support for your Coast Guard and no one will ever vote for me again, I better get the hell out of here. What was he going for? Can you translate?
Okay, to be fair, I think he was repeating what Pelosi was telling him when he was fired from the presidency. But it's hard with reading lips with someone with a lot of plastic surgery. So that was his best guess. But I think what Dear Joe was trying to say is that they're going to cause a traffic jam and it's going to make people hate him even more. So he needs to go now. I think that's what he was trying to say. Or it was a horrible excuse because he had to pee really bad.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
I don't know. I think old Joe got into some of Kamala's famous word salad.
He said, if you want, no one will ever vote for me. David, is he running? Does this mean he thinks he's running?
It doesn't matter anymore. I mean, it really doesn't. He should be in hospice care. He's the current president.
Yep.
We always forget that. You know, aliens land, Russia attacks. This is the guy at the helm.
Yeah.
Say your prayers, folks.
Now, Emily, your new book is available now, which has nothing to do with this segment, but I wanted to make sure I got that in there. Everybody buy Emily's book.
Thank you.
Everybody buy, yes. So as someone whose new book's available now, what do you think about this?
Thank you for that.
That was a good one, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Yes, he's their current commander-in-chief. Can you imagine being there, a member of the Coast Guard? Your life is on the line. At the end of this meal, you're going out into the treacherous waters of the Hudson, the Atlantic, whatever's outside of here. And then that mumbling, stumbling thing is talking about votes. And what they do is, and they close the roads, the Secret Service, and you're thinking to yourself, that's the guy that my life is in his hands. Are you kidding me? January 20th can't come fast enough. It's frightening.
I mean, Jim, it is really a wonderful clip, you know, the music, you know, and then the nonsense. You know, he almost presents himself as a likable character at that time. Like, if this was like a buddy comedy or something, I mean, that's not what this is. This is the leader of the free world, allegedly. But what do you make of it?
I mean, it's odd as this, I'm starting to question his mental capabilities.
Starting?
Like, it just seems like he's not moving as well. He literally moves like he's already in the Hall of Presidents at Disney. It's like an animatronic, just traffic, votes, and then he just turns off. I almost feel bad for him at this point because, look, they're all in that business. It's a dirty business. But what happened to him, even though his brains are awful, but it's humiliating. And now he's just being paraded out there. She lost. There's no momentum. So every act of public interaction is an act of humiliation for him. So I kind of feel bad for him and wish they would just kind of put him in the closet and say, just sit, relax, it's all good. You know, I don't hate him where I want to see him humiliated. I just wish that he would just kind of go away. What he should do, if he really wants to hurt Trump, he should resign immediately and then make Kamala take over, and then Trump has to just put 48 on all of his merchandise.
I'm telling you that hers would have said 84.
Yeah.
When he talks, I feel like there should be a voiceover underneath, like just $10 a day, and you can get an old man back to his house. Because I'm actually, the more I listen to this, I'm proud of him. He's still fighting.
Yeah.
He's going to run.
He's got his sights set on 2028.
I'm running.
Yeah.
And he has the Coast Guard support. So again, we just good for him. And he had the apron on the right way this time. It wasn't on the back way. So,
Do we have the video of him eating the bread, though? Like when he's just standing there eating the plain King's Hawaii. He's just standing there eating plain bread like a pigeon outside the subway.
Understand when your memory goes. One of the coolest things about losing your memory is everything's new. He acts like a 2-year-old the first time they see a spork. Like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. You can pick things up with this. Yes, Mr. President.
Yeah.
I do feel like I agree with Jim, Emily. I feel like he should be time for him to just like go to the beach.
Go to pasture.
Or that.
Here's the thing, but I don't, you talk about him being humiliated. I feel like it's us being humiliated because that's our commander-in-chief. That's why he's relegated to the back row with the world's leader's photograph. And the CCP leader, President Xi, is right in front. Like, this guy humiliates me because he's the one that's representing all of us. But maybe I just take things too personally.
Well, that glove, I mean, if you think that was bad, that was not there for food prep. He actually took that. He got a prostate exam. I think the doctor gave him a fun glove.
Yeah, and you don't want President Biden on the front row of anything.
No.
Because he's gonna fall.
That's right.
If he falls on Gigi and Gigi gets hurt, that's a win for America. So let's just.
All right. Up next, Kamala plots her next move since Trump ruined her groove.